Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Put a 1 in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear the sound of my voice. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Listen up. Today is the final day. This is the final day. He must decide today if he's going to take a plea. What do you guys think? Will he do it? Will he take the plea? It's going down today, ladies and gentlemen. But as you know, a court this size has many defendants that this is a plea calendar. So how it works is all those who are, I won't say eligible for a plea, but the judge has a date that he sets for plea agreements. Then if they elect to take the plea, then they will be sentenced at some point. However, if he elects not to take a plea, today is the last day that he will have the ability to take a plea. However, I have seen in the past that even with the final plea hearing, there is a slim, very slim possibility that a plea can happen. And we've seen this in the case of YSL. Each one of the defendants in that case had an opportunity to take a plea deal during pretrial before jury selection. And there have been conversations had across the social media spectrum, particularly in YouTube, that he won't take a plea. I've seen all the comments. I've seen let's just say some very interesting comments about he's not taking a plea. There's no way they're going to give him a plea. Well, the judge always pushes for, a resolution before trial because trial takes a lot of time, resources, and so forth. But he, like any other defendant, should have an opportunity to take the plea. I believe every defendant should have an opportunity to take a plea so not to drain the resources of the county. And we know the resources of the county has been strained because of the YSL and other cases. So listen, I see the comments. We listen, when it's showtime, it's showtime. When it's showtime, it's showtime. It's not showtime yet. Cameras are being set up right now. I have a surprise for you guys. But I don't think this will take the plea. Correction. I think he would take the plea if it was offered. But a lot of you said, no, he's not going to take the plea. They're not going to offer him a plea. I think he would take the plea if it was offered. Now, here's the other thing. Mr. Hoover filed a notice earlier this year informing the court that he has a conflict. He won't be able to start this trial because he's on another gang trial. So that has nothing to do with Nesto, Mr. Williams. It has something to do with him, but as it relates to how the outcome is going to, how this other trial is going to affect this trial, the only thing, there's a conflict. And if Mr. Williams really wants this attorney to handle his case, then they're going to have to wait. Someone's going to listen. They have multiple defendants in that other case, and this is a white collar case. That's a violent case. Is that relevant? I don't. It all depends. It all depends. But also, there's a lot at stake here. No different than there is a lot at stake at the other case. And I believe he was on the other case before he was on this case, or maybe not. But we have to see. We have to see. So throughout this live, there will be intermissions. When I say intermission, there'll be some music played. Don't think nothing's happening, but the cameras cannot come on until the case is called. So you can't have the cameras running while other cases are being called, because you would need to have a Rule 22 on every case on the docket in order for you to have the camera running continuously. And Mr. Hoover, he be on my neck with the camera. So, but it is what it is. I saw earlier. Well, we ain't gonna talk about it right now. She's here already. Hold on. Stand by, guys. Stand by. Okay, so my co-host, colleagues in the building. Shout out to Wisdom Daughter. Shout out to Wisdom Daughter. For those who watched my last live, I'm covering a very big case in New York City starting next week. And I'm going to be in the city at a play tomorrow. It's going to be a nice play, so I can't go live in the theater, but I can go live outside. But shout out to my colleague Wisdom Daughter in the building. She's in the building. She is setting up a camera right now. So it's going down, ladies and gentlemen. So while I thought I wasn't going to be able to give you guys coverage because I'm going to be covering another big case, Wisdom Daughter has said that she is going to be got me covered as well. So it's all good. It's going. Listen, it's all good. It's all good. And the thing is, in New York, there won't be no cameras in the courtroom. 0 cameras in the courtroom. There 0 cameras in the courtroom. It's a federal courtroom, and there will be 0 cameras. Only activity you will see is arrivals and departures from outside the courtroom. And jury selection should last a week, and then trial is on. I will be mostly inside the courtroom and doing my updates during the breaks. So I'll be coming in the court, and I will be coming back out during lunch. And I think I probably won't even. Yeah, I guess I'll come. Because the thing is with the security there, they take your phones. And the only time you get your phones is once you're outside the courtroom. There's 2 checkpoints that'll probably be erected. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, stand by.
Luxury things in life, so beneficial. Coming from Papa. The cannon. I want it all. The feeling that you get when you never have to worry about things. Hey, I want it all. Making love on the beach and in your head while your favorite song play. I want it all. I'm back riding through the city, screaming out money and everything. I want it all. I want it all. Young I wanna do is elevate, celebrate, stack a couple million, celebrate. I never hate upper class niggas featherweight, trying to illustrate how to generate a dinner plate. Wanna get the feeling them rich people can steal it. And she materialistic, but damn shorty appealing. Say money make them hate, she well over $1 million. The envy got screaming for broke people, opinion I feel it. When we on South Beach by the shore, I drill her. Y'all about the stacks, me too, familiar. So getting y'all to listen to my story. Gonna be the same reason that.
Shout out to B Stacks. Yes. One of our sponsors. Yes, let's go. Okay. Hold on. I know you're not ready for all that loud music this morning. I know you're not ready for it. I'm hip hop till I die. I'm hip hop. I got people going crazy here. Stand by. Yes, sir. Good to see you. Let me know if you hear the audio. You hear the audio, ladies and gentlemen. Put a 1 in the chat. You hear the audio.
Understood. Understood. Let me know. Miss Rockwell on Willis.
Always hopeful, Judge.
You all have, you all have a conversation, and if we need to go to the trial calendar, that works as well.
Well, I'm gonna ask you for another final plea.
All right, we'll have a conversation about those things. Thank you.
Judge, I think your conference letter, I'm trying to have that one pro bono probation revocation at the time. So I have 2011 case and Judge McCurry, and I've got to get this guy out for you guys can. So then he goes throw down there.
Okay.
I'm not going far, but
That's fine. It's 2000. We don't have any cases at all in my division. Tell Judge McBurney to work a little bit harder.
right.
All right, thank you, Ms. Rockwell.
I'll be
We'll
back.
see you when you come.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
he's here, by the way.
All right, that's just my fault. Yes.
Thank you.
Robert Collins and Mr. Shreenan is coming in from Carroll County. He's on his way.
Okay. Mr. Collins, if you would stay with us until your lawyer. Thank you, sir.
Maddie Borges, and we received a phone call from, the defendant's mother yesterday. She is currently in custody in Cherokee County. I was able to confirm that with Henry, but again, we just got the call yesterday, I couldn't produce.
Okay. All right, we'll have to reset the final plea until we get to the client.
I have one other issue to address with the court, if I can do that after the
Thank you.
Marquise Watson,
Mr. Watson's 30, 31, and 32. This is a new transfer from non-complex. It appears that Mr. Watson is a county jail judge. So I haven't had any contact.
Nothing is happening yet. These other counts is being called.
So he's not here today.
He's according to the website.
All right, we'll hold a final plea for Mr. Watson.
and Mr. Gray, are you replacing Ms. Finley?
I will, yes, I'll follow entries.
Thank you. Shakira Dawson,
Gary Dawson, Attorney Beverly Taylor.
Attorney Taylor would email and say she's coming from another.
Yes. Okay, we'll hold for Attorney Taylor.
Tana Giles.
Okay. All right, so we'll enter this administrative hold that docket.
And yes, Judge, I'm sorry, that order has already been filed and the parties were excused from appearing today. Sean Cox,
No, I think Thomas spoke about this specific case, we need to be placed into judicial hold. There's another case that is gonna have some more serious, so it's my understanding that there's some competency evaluation that needs to happen. So in the meantime, we're going to put this case in hold and I'll submit a motion and
Okay,
I would ask that,
let's talk about after the call of the calendar.
Yes.
David Hammerman,
Mr. Cameron is here. I'm going to
Okay.
Stanley Gill,
Judge, Mr. Gill is here. Judge, I think we got an offer. It is.
Okay, Mr. Gill, you can have a seat. They're gonna work on your case and make it resolved today. Thank you.
Ronald Thomas,
Ronald Thomas. Understood.
Gerald Felix.
Good morning. All right, you all have a conversation, let me know, thank you.
And I'm assuming that is not Terrence Bradley. Could I get council's name?
Terry Brock, attorney.
Thank you. Thank you. Ernest Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sean Hoover for Mr. Williams.
Good morning, I know we've had some, filings, let's have a conversation, make sure we are going in the right direction.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, that is the call of the calendar. Anyone come in, did not hear your name called, did not hear the case call you were looking for? Attorney Brian, yes, sir.
I'm on, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Javian Cochran, 24 SC 006388. Was originally scheduled for filing plea today, but it got reassigned to Judge Richardson.
Okay.
And we played the case out on Monday. I just didn't want to.
You
I just want to make sure the court knew that.
Okay, yeah, Ms. Gorman must have had that. Okay, all right, Dale, thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Good morning, Your Honor. Trey Hicks for Mr. Damian Small. That was an add-on.
Yes.
So we can do a vote on, and I'm already here, Your Honor. Thank you for holding.
Okay, is your client present?
Yes, sir. He's present in the middle of your courtroom.
Very well, thank you. Yes, sir, in the black shirt.
The Qantas Henry came in late.
Yes, Judge. This is my client, we're trying with, Mr. Charles in this position 23.
All right, thank you. And yes, in the blue jacket, yes, sir.
David Augustine.
That's my client, Your Honor. I will now keep trial and offer the
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you for the super chats. Keep it coming, and
Yes,
also
sir.
hit that cash app. Let's go.
Mr. Trial date?
Mr. Jackson is position 1 on the calendar. We just asked that you go ahead and before the top.
Yes, you're excused, Mr. Jackson, stay in touch with, attorney.
I'm at Mr. Jackson.
Okay.
He may be.
Okay. Oh, actually, Mr. Jackson's in the, you're excused, thank you, sir. All right, anyone else didn't hear the case call that you were here to talk about? All right, very good.
Okay, who's buying me a cup of coffee today? Who's going to be buying me a Starbucks caramel grande cappuccino? That's what I need right now. Come on, show me that Starbucks love.
All right, Attorney Howell, you have an announcement? All right, I will take a break, let you all have the pre-trials. Attorney Dixon, Hawkins, Attorney Hoover, if you all would come on in the back, let's have conversations with the district attorney's office. Yes. On, which I'm sorry.
They're going in the back negotiating.
Okay.
They're going to the
Okay.
back. They're going.
Which was it?
They're going to the back. They're going to the back. Twin mom bought me some Starbucks without the whipped cream. Okay, you know Starbucks went up now. Stop playing. You know Starbucks don't went up. Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay, you did it. Yeah, get it. Appreciate you. Guess what? Now I'm getting the turkey egg on a croissant. Thank you. Hey, you work for Silverback. Don't hate. Don't hate the play. Hate the game. Okay, they're going to the back. Everyone, they going to the back. They're going to the back. This is what the plea. They're gonna. I don't know what they're gonna do in the back, but it's going down. Yo, make sure you're showing love to Wisdom's daughter. Make sure you're showing love to Wisdom's daughter as well. Well, forget the croissant. It's a. I guess it's a. Oh, it's not a croissant. It's a egg McMuffin, I guess. All rise. No, I always wanted to do that. Always wanted to do that. Shout out to Lisa May. Thank you for the cat chat, Lisa May. Thank you, Cupcake. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, I'm gonna buy me a tuna fish sandwich today. Okay, stand by. I'm walking up. Okay, so right now the lawyers are in the chambers right now. Sean Hoover's in the building. He said, "I'm bringing my behind." Yeah, the judge ain't having it. He wanted, and the judge. This is interesting because this is the first time they had an ex parte. Well, it's not even ex parte because the prosecution is, so it's not really ex parte. But they're in the back of the chambers with Mr. Woo Woo Woo, and they have to decide whether or not this case can move forward with the conflict that uh, is obviously present with Mr. Hoover having another case. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. Because he's a Superior Court judge, Judge Donaway, and the judge in the other case is a Superior Court judge. So what takes precedence? And they have to consider. So here's the problem: Mr. Williams wants a speedy trial, but this creates a snafu for a speedy trial. So this is why pushing for a plea agreement may make sense. And judges probably thinking about that. Hey, this guy's been sitting here for almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. He has a right to have a speedy trial, and a conflict by the attorney should not interfere with his speedy trial. So maybe the judge may put a little pressure on the prosecution to offer a plea deal and get this case over with. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I think that they can, I think they can make something happen. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. So yeah, I think it may make sense to try to get this thing resolved, but it's a lot. Listen, you guys, listen. The problem for Mr. Williams is that this is a quasi high profile case. Everyone's been, everyone YouTube, YouTube been talking about it. And whatever the outcome is for the prosecution, they had to come out looking good, See, Incredible Hulk Hoop. You guys, I'm not gonna read the comments because you're being messy, but that was kind of funny. That was kind of funny. We're gonna leave that alone. But I think that because this case is being covered, it's a media case, and they call it a media case because media's interested in it. They're gonna be very careful on whatever deal is negotiated, where it's a win for the state and for the defense. So we'll see. The defense needs the prosecution needs a conviction. The defense needs a favorable outcome. So can they meet in the middle? Can they meet in the middle? That's the bigger question. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to play a little music. I got to take a comfort break. And those who know what a comfort break is know what I got to do until the next. It should be about another 10 minutes, but stand by.
Hold up, boy, you push me just a little too far. You think you're tough to see if you really are. Put your dukes up, I'm ready to spar. I've been training, I won't flinch if you hit me hard. It's great, baby. I'm a fighter now. Got the gloves last month and never put them down. Couple of uppercuts, like the way you cut me off. Hurts on it, don't you try to make that excellent. You've been saying that you hate this shit, you make it all about you. It's how it always goes, isn't it? Yeah, you make me wanna call it quits. You tell me that it's selfish when I talk about my own shit. The look that you got tatted on your forearm, you stab me in the back. Way to tell me is it so hard to love me with your whole heart instead of loving me with one part? That you only let me go so you can watch me walk away. Tell me now it's being selfish, babe. Take your ass up front to back. Careful not of this slap. Careful not of careful not of this slap. Careful not of careful not of this slap. Did you only let me go so you could watch me walk away? Tell me now it's being selfish, babe. Take your ass up front to back. Careful not of this slap. I wonder if you fantasize about the night you used to find a home between my thighs. Every curve and outline I know you memorize. Think you're missing it tonight. So am I. What? I'm just being honest. Could've had my body any way you wanted. Sorry, you replaced me with your job and you replaced me with your cousin. Thought it meant a little more to you, but now I know it doesn't. Did you only let me go so you could watch me walk away? Tell me now it's being selfish, babe. Take your ass up front to back. Careful not of this slap. Did you only let me go so you could watch me walk away? Tell me now it's being selfish, babe. Take your ass up front to back. Careful not of this slap. Careful not of careful not of careful not of let it slide. Careful not of careful not of let it. Careful not of let it slide. Did you only let me go so you could watch me walk away? Tell me now it's being selfish, baby. Take your ass up front to back. Let it slap. Did you only let me go so you could watch me walk away? Tell me now it's being selfish, baby. Take your ass up front to back. Careful now, don't let it slap. Careful now, don't let it slap. Did you only let me go so you could watch me walk away? Tell me now it's being selfish, baby. Careful now, don't let it slap. Careful now, don't let it slap.
Ladies and gentlemen, update. Sonia is not here. She's not in the building. She is not in the building. So someone looked like her, but she's not in the building.
Let's pretend you never told me how bad you wanted me. Let's pretend you never paid for all of my drinks, and I know what you were thinking when you did. Let's pretend we never met. Hey, baby, how about that? How about that? 'Cause I've been trying to push you. I don't think of what thinking of me. No, no, no. No.
201 images, 24 documents. We have filed a preliminary immunity motion. So I would either ask the court to allow us to move to another final plea calendar for us to review discovery. Literally, Judge, my paralegal has spent the last 2 days uploading videos from the email that we received. We do not yet have an offer from the state. And so either I would ask to be put on your next available final plea calendar, or if we can move to a motions calendar, and I will certainly be in touch with the DA in between. At your pleasure, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's talk about that and see what the next best steps are.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good to see you, Mr. Hawkins.
Yes, sir. Good to see you.
Chester Collins.
Mr. Banks, welcome back.
Appreciate it. I'll announce pre-trial. I'm not hopeful.
Okay. Understood. Let me know. Miss Rockwell on Willis.
Always hopeful, Judge.
You all have a conversation, and if we need to go to the trial calendar, that works.
Well, I'm gonna ask you for another final plea.
All right, we'll have a conversation about those things. Thank you.
Judge, I sent you a copy letter, I'm trying to get to have that one pro bono probation revocation at the time. So I have 2011 case and Judge McDonough, and I've got to get this guy out for you guys can. So then we go throw down there.
Okay.
I'm not going far, but
But that's fine. It's 2000. We don't have any cases at all in my division. Tell Judge McBurney to work a little bit harder.
right.
All right, thank you, Ms. Walker.
I'll be
We'll
back.
see you when you come
Thank
back.
you.
Thank
And
you.
he's here, by the way.
All right, yes, this is my fault. Yes.
Thank you.
Robert Collins, and Mr. Shreener is coming in from Carroll County. He's on his way.
Okay. Mr. Collins, if you would stay with us until your Lord. Thank you, sir.
No, we didn't down for a second so I could get out of the courtroom. Because
Hold up, boy, you push me just a little too far. You think you're tough to see or tough you really are. Put your dukes up, I'm ready to spar. I've been training, I won't flinch if you hit me hard. That's right, babe. I'm a fighter now. Got the gloves last month and never put them down. Couple of cuts, like the way you cut me off. Hurts, don't it, don't you try to make that come. You've been saying that you hate this shit. You make it all about you. It's how it always goes, isn't it? Yeah, you make me want to call it. When I talk about my own shit, the look that you got tatted on your body, you stab me in the back way to tell me it's cold hard. Love me with your whole heart, instead of loving you with one part. You only let me go so you can watch me walk away. Tell me now it's being selfish, babe. Take your ass up front to back. Did you only let me go so you could watch me walk away? I mean, I was being selfish, babe. You asked up front to back. Just a little slack. No wonder you be trying to stop. It's about the nights you used to find us when we came aside. Every curve and outline, I know you memorize. Think you listen it tonight. What? I'm staying honest. Could've had my body any way you want as far as you can do your job and you replace me with your cousin. Then a little more you, but now I know it doesn't. Did you only let me go through your course before? I mean, now it's being selfish, babe. Take your ass up front to back. Only let me go through your course before. I mean, now it's being selfish, babe. Your ass up front to back. Careful not to let it slide. Careful not to. I'm not let it. So do it because you can watch me walk away. Tell me now, just take a last look from the past, yeah. If I'm not on this back, did you want me because you can watch me walk away? Tell me now, it's being selfish, baby. Take a last look from the past. If I'm not on this back, I don't if I'm not on this back, don't let me go so you can watch me walk away. I was being selfish, baby. Careful not to let it slap. Pretend you never told me how bad you want me. Let's pretend you never told me. Let's pretend we never met. How about that? We're trying to forget. Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, I know that I can't be happy. I don't think I will be. Time is taking me because I'm not trying to compete. You know I won't compete. No, no, no. So let's pretend we never went. Worst, just pretending for that place. Would you thinking we did? That's why I'm saying make up, make up, make up. If boy, why you gotta always wake up, wake up, wake up? But no, you don't get both of us at the same time. No, I can't be. But don't think I want me. The time is ticking on your me. Cause I'm not going to compete with the norm. Because I know the love you need. You only get that from me. You either want me or you need it. Cause I'm not going to compete with the norm. Compete with the norm. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you can leave, boy. Tell me what you want from me, boy. Get it for both of us, so I think I'm a leave, boy. I don't think I want be there. So I'm not going to compete because I know the love you need. You only get the best of me, yeah. You either want me or you leave it. Cause I'm not going to compete with them. No, I won't be with them. Be with them now. Be with them now. Be with them now. I know that I can be hurt. I don't think I want to be hurt. Please take it on the meter. Cause I'm not going to compete because I know the love you needed. You only get that from me, babe. You either want me or you leave it. Cause I'm not going to compete with the no. I'll be with the no. Be with the no. be with the no. Pretend you never told me, want me. Pretend you never put on my dress. Don't know what you was looking for me. Pretend we never met. Oh, yeah, baby, how about that? How about that? I've been trying to forget that you back. I know that I can't be her. I don't think I wanna be her. I'm just taking on me. Yes, I'm not going to feel it. Feel it. So let's pretend we never been. But shoes in pretend you never went in Vegas. Cause I know what you like. That's why you say wake up. Why you gotta go back? Wake up. Fucking now, boy. You gotta go. Time that I can't be. I don't think you wanna be her. Time is ticking on your meter. Cause I'm not going to compete with her. No, I won't. Because I don't love you need it. You only get that from me. You either want me or you leave it. Cause I'm not going to compete with her. No, I won't be with her. No. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want. Stay up and leave, boy. Tell me what you want from me, boy. Get both of us, so I'm gonna leave, boy. I know I can be her. I think I want to be her. Let's take it while you're bleeding. Cause I'm not going to forget it. Because I know the love you needed. So I'll make it the way you need it. You either want me or you're leaving. Cause I'm not going to be with the no, I won't be with the no. Be with the no. Be with the no. No. I know that I can be her. Don't think I won't. Please take it.
All right, guys, we are on a recess. So stand by. We are on a recess.
Because I'm not needing. You're only getting that for me, yeah. You either want me or you leave it. Cause I'm not going to compete with the no. Compete with no. Compete with the no. Compete with the no. Compete with the no. If I perceive the passion, remember that you got options. Definitely don't want to. I'm lying, you see. I think that this is something. We're singing like that. He's looking over at me, seeing something he likes. Don't ever say it, don't ever either. We never stay, we loving cheaters. So I take a break and take a breather. And then I'm back on my phone and now he's walking me home. I got this O-E-H-I-S right
Stand
now.
by. Stand by.
I already got a history O-E-H-I-S right now. Oh, if this is a dream for me, I'm definitely not crazy. I have all things to say. I'm beautifully amazing. Not amazing, I'm not the girl he's dating. I'm sure she already hates me. He's acting like I'm next in line. No, I'm on his mind. No, can't just let go if you don't ever say it. I won't ever leave if we never say it. We are cheaters, so I take a break and I take a breather. And then I'm back on my phone and now he's walking me home. S-T-O-E-T-H-I-S right now. Got a S-T-O-E-T-H-I-S right now. I can't let it go too far.
Walking back in. Walking back in.
All right, any other announcements we can think of? Okay. All right, so do we have a news camera, news crew in here this morning? I see a camera. Yes.
Yes, sir. Navarro Russell.
Okay, may I see your, rule 22, give you authority to record it? for WKRA 92.7. This is on Mr. Ernest Williams, signed by me September of last year for the court date of October 2nd of 2024.
On that form, I checked out for the duration because you don't really know how long the trial is going to be. I'm not aware that there's a requirement to get a new one for every single court.
It is.
It is?
It
Okay,
is.
I'll renew that with you.
It is.
Okay, will you allow me to still film today
No.
and then I'll renew that?
No.
Okay, that's
No.
fair. That's fair.
And I need to find out what the proper remedy is to be doing this without a proper order.
Well, it's checked off on the
No.
form.
No. We might need to have a show cause hearing as to why we all are not having.
Okay, because it's worded on, it's actually written on the form.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I've had
goodness.
Several, hearings since that time. Yeah, I presented this for 22 each time. Sorry.
Then, is it Lavario Russell Jr.?
Yes, sir.
Yours is also from another court date, December 18th of 2020.
Your Honor, if I may, that's also my Rule 22 as well. I was the one that communicated with the media, and I was doing it continuously, but then I asked you specifically if we can do a continuous one. And that's why next to the date we have that, because we were doing it for each date, and I would advise it up to Your Honor as to whether we could. And so I put the continuous, and they said that it was accepted. So that's the only reason.
No, they have specific dates on here, the time and date of the courtroom. The purpose of this is to give the parties notice. So we'll take these matters up at another time. I believe you all have violated the rule, and we'll set a hearing to see if you violate the rule and what the appropriate remedy.
Okay, I apologize. We were just trying to be efficient, Your Honor. We know that it takes time.
You all
to
may
fill
be
out these
excused.
forms. I know there's.
Don't. Judge is kicking the media out the courtroom. The judge is kicking the media out the courtroom.
From the parties on the Williams case.
Oh my goodness.
Information we just received for the state.
Stand by. Stand by. Now, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. You just heard what the judge said. Now, I've filed many Rule 22s for the continuation of the trial, and it's written there, and the judges have previously signed off on it. This is not the way this should have happened. The judge, in this case, is not recognizing the Rule 22s that we have submitted as legitimate. So here's the thing. Many judges don't like to keep signing Rule 22s. So I have many Rule 22s that, and the language is important, from the start to conclusion of the case. So that means a judge can sign and say, yes, you guys can be here from the start to the finish. I've did this for many, many years prior to this judge coming on the bench. So It is not something that is uncommon. This is something that happens all the time. But this particular judge is now saying that the Rule 22s that were filed into the case were violated. He wants to have a hearing on this. So they have to turn their cameras off. And I don't know how this is going to play out with this judge. This is not good. I think that they're okay. While this judge has said this and he's put this on the record, but even the prosecution knows that judges sign off on Rule 22 because he signed it. If they have a signature on that Rule 22 and it says from start to finish, and they have a copy of it, he signed the Rule 22. If it's in writing and he signed off on it and didn't read it, that is not their fault. There is an affirmative defense to this alleged violation. If both individuals have a Rule 22 that the judge has signed off on, he cannot then turn around and say, no, you're in violation. No, the fact of the matter is he signed off on it, and it's in the writing of the Rule 22. He can't say they violated if he signed off on it. This is appealable, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So this is interesting. I've never seen this happen. Never seen this happen. No recording at this point, ladies and gentlemen. No recording at this point. There's no recording at this point. So what would be the remedy for this to happen? Well, Pam's a lawyer. She knows what she has to do. And if he signs off on it, then it is not their fault. Because if he didn't read what was put in the Rule 22 and signed off on it, they're indemnified. They're covered. They're covered. So listen, ladies and gentlemen. This is the latest development. Taking notes, stand by.
Watching me way up there. Usual place at the top of the stairs. Thinking when you stop and stare. It's what I'm thinking that you should be scared of me, baby. It's criminal, criminal. Why you mark your territory with your eyes smooth? Criminal, criminal. If you play your cards right, I'll be your alibi. Dangerous game you've been playing. Big talk for such a little man, ain't it? It's criminal, criminal. Wanna take me out? Let's see if you can now. One is a kill shot. One touch and my heart stops. One kiss, now I can't breathe. Boy, you're gonna murder me. White lines on the floor of my room. Evidence from the things you do. Got me going toward the light underneath the sheets. Boy, you're gonna murder me. Murder me, murder me. Gonna murder me. Murder me, murder me. Boy, you're gonna murder me. White lines on the floor of my room. Evidence from the things you do. Got me going toward the light underneath the sheets. Boy, you're gonna murder me. Murder me. Boy, you're gonna murder me. Back from the dead, at least that's what it feels like. Get away, we go all night. You don't wanna waste my time, so you wanna go again, so I take it like it's mine. And if it's wrong, I don't wanna know. Maybe I'm your target and you're locked and loaded. I give you my pulse, but I ain't in a rush, boy. You can kill me slow. Go slow. One look, it's a kill shot, kill shot. One touch, heart stop, heart stop. Just now I can't breathe. Boy, you're gonna murder me. Murder my eyes in my room. Evidence from the things you do. Got me going toward the light underneath the sheet. Ooh, you're gonna murder me. Murder me, murder me. You're gonna murder me. Murder me, murder me. You're gonna murder me. Hands on the floor of my room. From the things you do. Got me going toward the light underneath the sheet. Boy, you're gonna murder me. Yeah. Look, I think I saw the light. Can you bring me back? Can you bring me back to life? Can you bring me back? I think I saw the light. Can you bring me back? Can you bring me back to life? Can you bring me back? Look, I think I saw the light. Can you bring me back? Can you bring me back to life? Can you bring me back? Look, I think I saw the light. Can you bring me back? Can you bring me back to life? Just a kill shot. One touch and my heart stops. One kiss, now I can't breathe. But for my room, evidence from the things you do. Got me going toward the light underneath the shades. Yeah. This can't be good for my health. I should get over myself. I can't help it. You got me so overwhelmed. And I can tell it's something you've never felt. You can't help it. If you were with me tonight, then maybe I'd go where that lace that you like. But baby, I need you to take it off me slow and steady wins the race. But all this lust just got us flying. Someone hit the brakes. My imagination's lost in space. This tension's been sending me to another dimension. I'm fighting fire with fire, and it's been trying patience, extraterrestrial, kind of crazy. I'm going through the motions on the daily. I need somebody to save me. Incoming call. Houston, yes. We have a problem. Can you send some backup? I need all hands on deck right now. Please hold. Houston, yes. I'm trying to stop him, but the way he calls me baby's got me out of breath. Don't beat me down. This mission's impossible. Wasn't supposed to want, but now I think I love him. Can't beat me down. This mission's impossible. Wasn't supposed to want, but now I think I love him. I used to see how I operate. I'ma hit it and quit it. Kind of woman, make no mistake. There's something about the way I hear music whenever you say my name. It's got me floating like there's zero gravity ain't gonna play. Oh, this tension's been sending me to another dimension. I'm fighting fire with fire, and it's been trying my patience. Extraterrestrial, kind of crazy. I'm going through the motions on the daily. Like I need somebody to save me. Incoming call. Houston, yes. We have a problem. Can you send some backup? I need all hands on deck right now. Please hold. Houston, yes. I'm trying to stop him, but the way he calls me baby's got me out of breath. Don't beat me down. This mission's impossible.
Stand by for updates. Stand by.
Hold up, boy, you push me just a little too far. You think you're tough to see or tough you really are. Put your dukes up, I'm ready to fire. I've been training, I won't flinch if you hit me hard. That's right, babe. I'm a fighter now. Got the gloves last month and never put them down. Couple of the cuts, like the way you cut me on. Hurts on it, don't you try to make the ice on mine. You've been saying that you hate this shit. You make it all about you. It's how it always goes, isn't it? Yeah, you make me wanna call it. Tell me that it's selfish when I talk about my own shit. That you got tatted on your forearm, you stab me in the back way to tell me is it so hard to love me with your whole heart instead of loving me with one part. That you only let me go so you can watch me walk away. Tell me now it's being selfish, babe. Take your ass up on the back. I'm not on this side. Careful not on this side. Careful not on this side. Did you only let me go so you could watch me walk away? Tell me now it's being selfish, babe. Take your ass up on the back. Careful not on.
Okay, we have to get an attorney, a media attorney in the courtroom. Making the call right now. We're getting a media attorney in the courtroom. Making the phone call right now. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Let's pretend you never told me. Never told me how bad you wanted me. Let's pretend you never paid for all of my drinks. And I knew what you were thinking when you did. Let's pretend we never met. Hey, baby, how about that? How about that? 'Cause I've been trying to forget. Yeah, 'cause she got you bad. You bad. Yeah, I know that I can be hard.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Luxury things in life, so beneficial. Coming from positive. I want it all. The feeling that you get when you never have to worry about a thing, babe. I want it all. Making love on the beach, sand in your hair while your favorite song play. I want it all. I'm back riding through the city, screaming out money and everything. All the young wanna do is elevate, celebrate, stack a couple million, celebrate.
Okay, stand by, guys. This is for Tiny. I saw you, Tiny. This is for you. Just kidding.
He's washed up, he's lost it, he ain't got it no more. Well, I'm here to tell you today, boy, you haters are so slow.
Judge is tripping, ladies and gentlemen. This judge is tripping right now. So, guys, do you think Hoover went in the back and complained about the media coverage? Because this is getting weird. If the judge has signed the Rule 22 and is in the body of the Rule 22, the requester asks to have the Rule 22 covered for the duration. Most judges allow this. I've covered big cases where the Rule 22, when I make the application, it's for the duration of the trial. Not every day. Not every day. When trial starts, the judge doesn't expect people to file Rule 22s every day of the trial. So perhaps, and I had to look at the language in it, but it should be not just trial. If the Rule 22, if they have mentioned in the Rule 22 for trial coverage, it should also be pre-trial and trial coverage. Pre-trial and trial coverage, and to sentencing. So I have to look at the language of their Rule 22, but when I do a Rule 22, I make sure it covers from the start of that docket, from first appearance to the conclusion of a trial and or sentencing. So I don't know if the judge made a bad call on this, but we'll see. We'll see. Someone in the comment section made a good point. I'm gonna bring it up, and she or he is correct. Let me pull that comment up. Let's see here. The date was added. The original date was June. How were y'all to know? This makes no sense. No, and you're right, because if they throw a date in there, like, and this is how they play tricks. I'm not accusing you of playing tricks, but if we get wind of a hearing, a surprise hearing, because we have a Rule 22 in place, we don't have time to file a Rule 22 if it's within 24 hours. So the Rule 22 covers from start to finish. So no, the media won't be excluded. So I think this might be a violation of the First Amendment for this argument the judge is going to obviously make. He wants to hold a hearing on this. And usually when they hold hearings on this, they can do one of three things. They can make someone pay a fine, they can hold someone in contempt of civil court, or they can completely revoke the access for media coverage for this case. The latter will probably not happen, but if a good argument is made that the judge signed off on this, and he should have read what he signed off on, because if it's written the way I think it's written, then they should be good. But this judge, again, for whatever reason, and think about this, he was in the courtroom as the cameras were rolling, so he saw this. Did he not know what was in his courtroom? Who was in his courtroom with cameras? So this is getting interesting. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so here's an update. The judge is not on the bench right now, but I reviewed the Rule 22 and of Wisdom's daughters, and hers is straightforward. The judge signed off on it. So I don't know why he is saying now that it doesn't count when he signed off on the Rule 22. And it says until the conclusion of the trial. So this here is something must have happened when they went back in the back room, because is he trying to rescind his Rule 22? This doesn't make any sense, because every trial I've covered, I'm not filing Rule 22's every hearing. I'm filing it for the duration from the date I walk in that courtroom until the conclusion of the trial. Because if I need to send someone else in there in my replace as a replacement for me, it still should be one on record. When I cover for TMZ, when I cover for my brand, this is the practice. This is the practice. So I don't know why this is happening now. And here's the thing. I am the best person to be able to argue a Rule 22 because I've been doing this in this particular courthouse for 15 years. So I would know what the protocol is. I've been before many of these judges with a Rule 22. So is it the fact that they are not actually reporters who do this? Is he taking? I'm not saying the judge is taking advantage of them, but it doesn't. This is kind of weird for me, And I definitely think that they have the right to be there. This is a First Amendment issue, and if the judge has signed off on this, they have the right to appeal this at a higher court. If there's any sanctions that are given to either one of them, they have the right to appeal this. And that's pretty much where I stand with this, because I'm gonna always stand on the side of media rights access. I'm going to always stand on that side. So this becomes a First Amendment issue, and this may be a problem for those who are violating the rights of the media. So yeah, this is not good. This is not good. Nothing's happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing is happening right now. So there's no recording. Nothing is happening right now. So I'm reviewing the Rule 22. It doesn't have the exact language I have in my Rule 22, but I think that one can assume if you have a start date and then you say to the conclusion to sentencing, to trial and sentencing, if there was any ambiguity with the judge in what was in the language, then he could have amended it or modified it. But to call them out like that, like they did something wrong, no, they are. Listen, again, this is probably the first time Wisdom's filed the Rule 22 in a case. And if she gets a judge signature, she's coming in there. She's not coming in for no nefarious reason. She knows that this is judge has signed off on this. And Pam the same way. If Pam is in there and she's using this Rule 22 that she's been using and no one said anything, is it an issue with the content creators, or is it an issue with this particular judge and what's happening? Bigger question. That's the bigger question. Stand by. Okay, so someone asked the question: what is the recourse for the bloggers? Well, you file an appeal with the Georgia Court of Appeals, because here's the test. I pull 5 of my Rule 22s to have similar language on it, and this will be some of the evidence that they can use that shows that this is not something that they did outside of the norm. This is something normal. Many media outlets do the same thing, from the Times to Washington Post. And for example, I covered the Georgia election interference case. My Rule 22 covered from start to finish. Start to finish, because if they have an emergency hearing, are they not trying to make sure the media is apprised of these hearings? So that's why we do this, so we will not miss out on any type of coverage that is available in this case. So if the judge said yesterday, we having a hearing, I need you guys in my courtroom tomorrow at 9:00. If the judge requires, and this is part of the Rule 22 process, 24 hours notice to put people on notice. But if you have a Rule 22 that covers from the start to the finish, they're all automatically on notice. So it's no running around trying to get a judge to sign off on it, because he'll say he can circumvent the system by saying, oh, you didn't file it within 24 hours. No, sir. No, sir. We filed it for the start of this case until the conclusion. So we need to have our cameras in there because the public has the right to know. That is the key. And that is the argument. And he said something towards the end. I want you guys to listen to what he said when Wisdom Daughter spoke and said she did it to make it more convenient, not just for her, but for the court as well. Judges like this. Judges don't want to keep signing Rule 22. That's more paperwork. Because there's nothing to hide. There's nothing to hide. If there's nothing to hide, this is not an essay case. This is a case involving a white collar crime, or several white collar crimes. So what is there to protect or shield the public from? This is getting pretty weird. And there's certain individuals in the courtroom right now that she's all on YouTube talking about the case and hanging out with her sister wife, but she has not filed a Rule 22 in the case. Why do you think she didn't file? The one who always wants to get a camera in the courtroom. Why do you think she didn't file? Why do you think she didn't file? Something's amiss here. Something is not making sense here. The one who always she wants to have a camera in the courtroom. She did a video yesterday with 24 people watching. I was number 24, and she talked about being here, but she didn't put a Rule 22 in. Why is that? Why don't you want to have the coverage? Because you're talking about the case and all different angles, and you're talking about Shirley Strawberry, and you're talking about different strategies, but you don't want to have a camera in the courtroom. Why is that? Why is that? Because you knew that there was a hearing. Why didn't you file? Why is that? Enough of this cosplaying. If you're either you're part of the media or you're not. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't like messy judges. I just don't. You sign an order, and no disrespect to any judge, but you sign an order. How are you then dressing people down when your signature is on the freaking document? You signed off on it. Are you more mad at them, or that you didn't read it, or there's some other agenda in front of us. What is the reason that you're addressing them down in the courtroom when you have one lawyer that understands the law and you have another one who essentially is going by what is the standard protocol for Rule 22s, and you have a judge's signature? You can't, one thing you can't do when it goes to a higher court, you're going to have to tell the higher court, why did you sign off on this if they were violating any rules? If they were violating anything, why did you sign off on it in the first place? This is clearly, in my opinion, reversible error. This is reversible error. And that's the problem. Some of us be, oh, you better not say nothing. The master gonna be mad at you. Nah. Until the Constitution of the state of Georgia changes and the law changes, we got to protect the First Amendment of the media and the public's right to have access. We have to. It pisses me off sometimes when I see they try to circumvent, and I say they, you know who they are, try to circumvent the law that they have sworn to uphold and to respect. Like, come on now. Your signature, sir, is on the document. It's on the document. And you think either one of them would have showed up to court with cameras erected with security personnel in the courtroom. And this is very important. You have sheriffs in the courtroom. You have sheriffs in the courtroom that make sure the Rule 22s that they have in their possession are valid. That's why you have the sheriffs in the courtroom. That's why you have the sheriffs in the courtroom. Nothing's happening in the courtroom, ladies and gentlemen, right now. It's nothing happening, so calm down. Calm down. Nothing's happening in the courtroom. It's just ridiculous that this is even a conversation right now when the judge came in this morning. He saw these people in the courtroom. Who's these people with the cameras in the courtroom? Are they? Should they? Come on, something happened, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know that something happened because it was never an issue prior to that. You know, so we'll have to see. We have to see. Let me read some of these comments real quick here. Let me see what you guys got going on here. Okay, huh? All right, let me read some of these. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me go ahead and pick up one of the questions. Okay, someone asks, what is the Sixth Amendment? Sixth Amendment is part of the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments of the Constitution. The Sixth Amendment covers speedy trials and the right to have public access to trials. Who asked that question? Someone asked the Sixth Amendment. Okay. All right. Who asked that question? Let's see here. Let me go bring that out bigger. That was a good question. That's right. That's one. Listen, the Sixth Amendment just don't cover speedy trials. The Sixth Amendment covers public trials must be open to the public to ensure their fairness. That's part of the Sixth Amendment. That's a part of the Sixth Amendment. And I will read it to you verbatim. I will read to you. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial. Public trial by an impartial jury of the state and the district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have the previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusations, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. So let's make a distinction between the Sixth Amendment and the First Amendment. Well, the Sixth Amendment is he has to have a trial and the public has to have the right to access. The First Amendment is the media has to have the right to have access to now be able to broadcast it to a wider audience. So they're not taking away his public trial, but they're taking away the rights of the media to be able to cover it. Right now, in this instance, in this particular hearing. So this judge essentially wants the individuals to file a Rule 22 for every appearance, which makes no sense at all, because you, the people, will miss out. You will miss out. You will miss out on, whatever is being taking place in the courtroom, because not everything, but a lot of it, because a lot of stuff, this, as it gets closer to the trial, things are going to be moving pretty quickly. Okay, so hold on a second here. So hold on. And you're right. Hold on. I want to address this right here. This is what she says. She says, Mr. Dennis, the First Amendment does not guarantee the use of video recordings in the courtroom if that was the case. No. So we're just talking. Okay, so we have state law and we have federal law. In Georgia, there's a process in place for electronic recording. We're not saying the judge is saying the media that it's not a public trial. What we're saying is in the state constitution, not the federal, state law, that there is a process in place for electronic recording. Because if the recording was a part of the Constitution, then there would be recording in federal courts. There would be recording in every courtroom in America. So no, Georgia has in place the ability to have electronic recording. So I'm not saying that their right to be able to cover the trial has been it's been slightly interrupted. Because we're in 2025. People need to hear what's happening in the courtroom that are not in Georgia. They need to hear what's happening that is not in Georgia. Now I got to cover Puffy's case, Diddy's case, with a pen and paper. But in Georgia, they have a mechanism in place for recording. So yeah, I'm not saying that the media won't have a right to cover it, but wouldn't you guys like to hear the sound? Stand by. You might hear sound shortly. Stand by. So yes, you will get the information. You'll get the information. And both Pam and Wisdom and myself take good notes. So it is what it is. It is what it is. And mods, do what you do, mods. Do what you do. Stand by. Oh, good question. That is a good question. Someone asked this question. This is a good question. I'm going to answer it. Brittany asked this question. This is a good question, Brittany. She asks, can media coverage potentially compromise his right to a fair trial. It can, because if media is not allowed to report, and this is the case, we're talking state case now. This is a state case in Georgia, and there's Rule 22 process. In the YSL case, attorney Bruce Harvey? No, it was attorney Doug Weinstein argued that the media, and I did too, and I made a motion with the court as well, that we should have the right to have access and record this electronically. And I think this was Judge Glanville. This might have been Judge Glanville. No, I think it's Judge Whitaker. But the argument was that they didn't want certain people being recorded. The prosecution didn't want certain individuals being recorded. They didn't want the camera on certain individuals, certain law enforcement, and that became an issue. And I tell you why that was an issue, because if a detective got on the stand and testified to certain things and talked about their background, etc., and if we're not able to record that detective, assuming if they're not undercover, that there may be someone in the public arena who knows this detective's behavior may want to come out and say, hey, this guy's done this to me. That may be in another state and saw it broadcast. And it's happened many times where there has been evidence that was broadcasted, a testimony that was broadcasted around the world. And because of that testimony, others came forward to say, hey, this detective is a bad cop. And to give you an example, Mark Furman, who was a detective with the LAPD, testified that he found certain evidence at O.J. Simpson's Brentwood home. He went back to the home in the back of the house and he started doing a search and he found certain evidence, bloody glove, etc. Well, during the trial, which I covered, there was individuals contacting the lawyers in the case saying that this guy has manufactured evidence. He's talked bad about people of color. So that's why it's important to broadcast cases, because things can come out in favor of the defense and or the prosecution when the camera's in the courtroom, because there are more people who are seeing this case and say, hey, this guy, I know this guy. This guy took a bribe I gave him a bribe years ago. So it's important. I always advocate for cameras and audio in the courtroom, because it gives both sides on the level of playing ground, and it does, in my belief, impacts the outcome. It does. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay, so I'm gonna take the time out to shout out some people. I'm gonna take it to the top. Okay, shout out to Miss Unique for being a new member. Appreciate you. 202 Butterfly. Thanks for the let me put you up here. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Leandra. Appreciate the super sticker. T-Rain. T-Rain been down for a minute. T-Rain, you've been down for a minute. 6 months of membership. Appreciate you, T-Rain. I see you. I see ya. Let's see what else we got here. We got Twin Mom 14. Appreciate you. Appreciate the super chat. Hold on. She's back. She is back. She is back. Yes, I get you. Appreciate the super chat. Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. We definitely gonna be doing that. We're gonna be doing that shortly. Appreciate you. Oh, I'm missing someone. Okay, I got a few of you here. Miss Butterfly, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hey, we don't know yet. We don't know if he's done yet. We don't know if he's done. We don't know yet. Okay. Cupcake. Thank you. Towards lunch. Enjoy. Thank you. Okay. All right. Appreciate you. Who we got here? Who's this? Who is this? Okay. Appreciate you. You're born to count. I'm counting that. Appreciate you. Miss Lorraine. Appreciate you, Miss Lorraine. Appreciate you. Okay. Granny the Great 221. I see ya. Granny the Great 221. Today's special. Yeah, we didn't know this was going to happen. We did not know this was going to happen. We didn't. Unique Girl. What you got going on, Unique Girl? We try, Unique. We try. Barbarossa. Appreciate you. Appreciate the super sticker. What up, Shorty? Thanks, Shorty, for the super sticker, super chat. Appreciate you. KK Scorpio, you know I love my Scorpios. Aha, Scorpio in the building. Appreciate you. Shaw B going strong. 13 months. Shaw B, 13 months. Was I even online? Shaw B, you were here before I was. No, I'm just kidding. Appreciate you, Shaw B. I see you. Thanks. Appreciate you. Okay, so we're gonna read a few of the super chats real quick here. Not the super chats, but the cash apps. Okay, let me do that too. I'll try not to say your whole name because you know how the cash app is. They put your whole government. Let's see here. Tata, appreciate you. I see you, Tata. Thanks for the cash app. Lisa May, appreciate you. Thanks for the cash app. Janine, appreciate you. Thanks for the cash app. Valerie, thanks for the cash app. Let's see who I got. Lori, thanks for the cash app. Jackson, you are the sponsor. Thanks for $200 cash app. Appreciate you. You are the sponsor right now. You have, oh my goodness, what did I do? Wait a minute. You know this can buy a lot of black dresses. You know this, right? I appreciate you. I really do. I appreciate you. This can buy a lot of black dresses. Oh no. Wait a minute. What are you doing? Okay. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Okay. I see what you did. I see what you did. Okay. See what you did. All right. I see what you did. Okay, hold on a second. Did I miss someone? Did I miss someone? Did someone just pop up in here just now while I was talking? Okay. I got you, Shaw B. Okay. Appreciate you. I don't know why I thought I missed someone. Okay. Not the infamous dress. Are you related to the dress wearer? Oh my goodness. Yeah, we the judge is going to have a hearing shortly. So, listen, she ain't getting another dress. Listen, first of all, she's not getting a dress from me no more. Timu went up with tariffs, so she was going to get the dress from. I was getting the dress from Timu, but since I got a tariff, she's not getting the dress. She's not. She's not getting the dress. No. I'm giving only. Listen, I'm giving the dress to V. Lenore. I'm giving the dress to Pam married, so I can't give her a dress. I'm giving the dress to Wisdom's daughter. She's getting the dress. Who else getting the dress? I'm giving one of my mods a dress. I'm giving a dress to MMPD Finest. Hold on. Yeah, I already see. Listen, before I said it, listen. I just said it. I didn't even see you. Listen, you know you're getting a dress. You know you're getting a dress. Oh, Lake girl, y'all don't do that. She says, Sylvia, you're right. You got a good point there. You got a good point. Okay. But see, that didn't end well. You know, I give her a dress and he runs out on her. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Listen, we waiting for the attorney to get in. Miss, yeah, we waiting. Yeah, if I give a married woman a dress, it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. You know, oh man, oh my goodness, I feel bad about that. I feel bad about that. Hold on a second. Listen, yeah, keep talking about these wings. I bought 4 wings. I bought 4 wings. And I turned my head to watch the performance. I look back, the wings were gone. Right. Well, let me say something, guys. There are several other cases on the docket, as you heard the roll call. There's several cases on the docket. Oh, V, you know you getting the dress, V. You get one of those strapless. Well, strapless. I don't know. Let me think. What kind of dress should I give V? Oh my goodness, V gets a red dress. She gets a red dress. She gets the red dress with the back out. You know, dresses with the ladies with the back out, straps back out. I don't want to describe it, but listen. You see V, you know that's the dress she needs. That's a perfect dress for her. Straps back out, come on. V, you know how I get down. You know how I get down. Spaghetti straps, yes. She gonna look like Josephine Baker when I get through with her. She's gonna look like Josephine Baker when I'm done with her. I'm gonna get a dress with bananas. You know the one Josephine Baker wore? It's gonna have a banana dress. Oh my goodness. She's gonna have a banana dress on. Oh my goodness. Oh man, she look boy. Holly Berry. V look like Holly Berry. V, you know you look like Holly Berry. Halle Berry. Who? That's you, V. You know, guys, you know I like those red bones. You know I like those red bones. Don't call me a colorist. Don't call me a colorist. You know I love those red bones. Oh man. See, V, why'd you have to come in here, V? You know, this is a serious case here, V. You're distracting me, V. You're distracting me, V. You're distracting me. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, let me stand by. Let me check in. Stand by. Lonnie, don't do that, Lonnie. Lonnie, don't do that. You know, V is that Starbucks that I need in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. So that's a good question. Let me ask the public this. Has the cameras, in your opinion, interfered with the smooth order of justice in the courtroom? And let's be honest, has any of the cameras interfered with that? Has anyone in the courtroom done anything to interfere with the smooth order of justice in this case? Because you guys remember when I was in the courtroom months ago, it was an issue about my Rule 22. You remember? And the judge said, well, he did file it. First, Hoover made an issue about my camera and saying, well, I know his work, but I really don't like his coverage. Like something to that effect. Not, I'm paraphrasing. But then the judge had to research whether or not I actually had a Rule 22 in place, which I did. But for a brief moment, my camera had to go off. But they tried me there. And I say they tried me because I'm not just showing up without making sure I dot my I's and cross my T's. And you also remember the first hearing I covered of Nesto in the other case, the SA case, Pam was with me. And there was an issue about setting up cameras then. You remember, you guys, and that was in Judge Adams' courtroom. But I made the argument, and I think I may want to play that back at some point with the court. Oh no, actually, the camera wasn't on when I made the argument, but Pam was right there, and I argued, what I believe to be the correct way our coverage should have been went. The judge at first didn't want the camera in, but again, I filed it on time. I followed the rules, and she ultimately let me put the camera on. And his attorney, prior attorney, Miss Rondon, I think that's her name. Correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Rondon. She didn't want the camera in the courtroom. And that was the objection. She had an objection to the camera being in the courtroom. And then when I had to go through my prior coverage and my resume, she said, the judge, I don't know who you are. It doesn't really matter if you know who I am or not. I don't look at Fox. Well, anyway. There's certain news outlets I don't really watch. And I do watch Fox sometimes. I do. I have colleagues who work for Fox. So I'm not saying I don't watch Fox. I watch Fox sometimes. I watch different outlets. I've been on a few of them. So, but not knowing who the person is not the litmus test that you use to decide if that person has a right to cover. In New York, if you cover in city cases, not federal, but state cases in New York State, they don't do Rule 22s. In New York City, in particular, you have to cover crime scenes, you have to provide NYPD, a New York Police Department, with at least 3 current or recent within 90 days of news coverage that you've done with bylines. They don't let everyone they don't give press cards out to everyone. So that is one of the places where they scrutinize the media that comes in. They want to make sure you're just not coming in there just with a camera. You haven't had any prior bylines, because they want to make sure that people are just, for security reasons as well. They want to make sure you're legitimate media. So that's the test. That's the test that they apply to granting media access. Georgia, their process is Rule 22. But you still can cover. You can't go past crime scenes in New York unless you have or 2 crime scenes, not past a crime scene, but 2, like they have a barricade. And sometimes they'll let media come and take photos in certain areas, but they make sure they do a whole background, make sure you're official. And I had my press card probably for 10 years in New York for crime scenes, but I've covered media for many years. But to go to certain crime scenes, you need to have special credentials. for those who have joined in, for those who joined in the last hour, we had an issue in the courtroom where the judge, I want to say, temporarily revoked electronic recording in the courtroom. Temporarily, I'll say temporarily because he hasn't ruled on what he will ultimately do, which is appealable. Which I would assume that whatever the outcome is, they will appeal it. File a supersedious and appeal it. We'll see. There's some judges in Fulton County that don't care about cameras in the courtroom. In Gwinnett County, in DeKalb County, they don't care about cameras being in the courtroom because, to be honest, they have nothing to, they don't have nothing to be concerned about. Some judges are very anal about cameras and recording devices because once it's recorded, it's recorded. And I'm not saying judges trying to control the media, but sometimes it does appear certain judges like to control what comes out the courtroom, but that's not part of the statute. So they need to chill. They need to chill. Real. Listen. The people in the court. Now, listen. I don't make fun of anyone in the parties in the courtroom. Now, what other people do, that's on them. I don't do that. They gotta, you got to see these judges again. If you plan on covering these type of cases, you're going to see these judges again. It's just a fact. So you got to be very. Hold on, stand by, guys. Stand by. Just had a text. I'm sorry. And it could, and I'll say this, guys. There's been a lot of. It's like every time there's a filing, there's reporting on this case, even down to when Hoover did a filing, or someone in his office did a filing, and the information was some spelling errors, and so there was some things wrong with the paperwork. You guys remember that? So everything is being scrutinized by the people who are watching this case. And it started with the YouTubers, the content creators. It didn't start with me. I wasn't the first person to report on this case. But the interest grew once certain individuals that are a part of the case start talking about the case online. Hold on, guys. Hold on. You got to update. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, nothing's happening right now. Nothing's happening yet. Nothing's happening yet. Okay, so listen, I ain't gonna keep doing all these recaps now. I'm not gonna keep doing all these recaps. But for those who are joining in, the roll call or calendar call started at 9:30 this morning. Mr. Williams's attorney is present. Mr. Williams is present. Judge Donnelly is present. Pam is present. Wisdom Daughter is present. I Want a Black Dress is present. Sonia is not present. This is a final plea hearing. There was a in-chambers conference with Attorney Hoover and Prosecutor Will Wooten to discuss the outstanding motions that were filed. Why did that happen in chambers? I don't know. It should have been discussed in public. But again, judge's prerogative. But that's what is happening now. The judge is not on the bench. However, his case, Mr. Williams' case, has not been called again yet. Not yet. As soon as that happens, I will update you. Stand by. Wisdom Daughter and Pam is still here. Wisdom Daughter and Pam is still here. Now listen up, guys. When this hearing is over, when it's over, you will know exactly what happened. You'll know exactly what happened. I know the spin doctor is going to try to spin it, but you'll know exactly what really happened when it's over. You know who the spin doctor is. You know who she is. We're going to have lunch shortly. There's going to be a lunch break shortly. Stand by. Yes, I'm in Fulton County right now. Yes, I'm in Fulton County right now.
Yeah, good job. Okay, thank you, because you done stood up for everybody. Okay, you done messed it up for everybody. Okay, Houston Foodie, yeah, that's she played godly with a little G. Okay, but she ain't nothing but a heathen. Okay, like what? For what purpose? We know that we've had issues. Now, here's the thing: she didn't have her camera. You know, she bring that damn camera everywhere. If I'm not mistaken, she's having issues now because of her foolery, even getting Rule 22. And so I don't think she has a Rule 22 anymore for the Nesto case, because to be honest with you, even from the first hearing, I've never seen her with the camera in the courtroom for Nesto. I don't think so, because I don't think she has one. I think she's burnt too many bridges. All right. Y'all wanted to know what she was wearing. Okay. Y'all was somebody said that the OCD puts in a Rule 22 a day or two, just 2 days before. At the time, I found this out while I was actually in the courtroom from somebody who was sitting in front of her. So she tells the court officer, you know, she's got her camera on, right? And the court officer says, listen, we haven't started yet. You got to put the camera down. So I did. So I lowered it all the way down, right? Y'all know, those of you from earlier, y'all know. Okay, wait a minute. I can't go this way. I forgot. So I lowered the camera all the way down. And, but apparently there was a discussion that happened behind the scenes. So this is what happened. There were several lawyers that had motions that didn't have decisions, or, you know, plea agreements or whatever it was. She was wearing his favorite color too. Nikki now just to kind of let them know what happened in the courtroom. What's going on, glass half full? How are you? Hey, y'all. Yeah. So y'all come in here. I can let y'all know, because there's a lot of people screaming about Nesto's case, but it's only me and one other person who was in the courtroom. Well, really two to be fair. Shout out to Lovin', what's going on? C Green, Justice Mom, Joanna, cross country sister. Yes, I'm back. I'm up with all of you. Right? What's going on? You notice, and you notice in the building, Kid Elder, Green Bites, Melissa Gates. What's going on? Or cigars? I always get.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's an update in the snitch capade. So, let me turn that music off. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by. Stand by. Okay. Stand by. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear the sound of my voice. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear the sound of my voice. So, I knew there was something. I knew there was someone behind this. This is just weird. Hating on you call yourself a member of the press, but you're hating on other members of the media. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Now, wait, hold on. V. Lenore mugshot. I don't know if I'm not really feeling that name. I might have to block you. I don't like that. Change your name. He said, I got a sheep in the chat. I have a sheep in the chat. Oh my goodness. How are you going to snitch out someone when you this is getting weird. This is what well, she did it to me, by the way. She thought she was doing it to me, but apparently she's out here hating or trying to impede the information being put out there. Yeah. Thank you. Take that person up out of here. Listen. Hold on a second. V. Lenore mugshot. I don't know. I don't like that. You're gonna have to change that. Are they gonna put you on a timeout? I don't like that. Don't. No. Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me see what you. Hold on a second. There's some snitch gating going on, ladies and gentlemen. There's some snitch gating going on. Snitch gating. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. How you are going to see? You know. Listen, I told you I would not be talking about her, but this is ridiculous. She's just too much. She's too much. Now, I still stand by what I said. If the judge signed off on these Rule 22s and it has that language in there, it is, in my opinion, his issue, not their issue. His issue, not their issue. She's telling people that he got the camera on. Like, really? You really doing that? You're really telling that they got the camera on? This is weird. Now Nesto was in the courtroom. But this is weird. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go live. I had to head to the airport. I have a flight to catch. I'm going to go live when I make it to the airport. I don't have too much time to get to the airport. I have a flight to New York City. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I will be live in New York. I got a play to go to, and I got family to see. And I got to get ready for a trial coverage. I appreciate everyone coming in, but yes, the girl snitching on people. She is snitching. She gets kicked out of the courtroom for doing the same thing she's accusing others of doing. Just bizarre. Just bizarre. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on my next live. I'm out.
Thank you.